Everybody's talking at the comic spot. The comic spot. The comic spot. Everybody's talking at the comic spot. The comic spot.
So
Okay, yeah.
Facebook, awesome. Facebook people, oh my gosh, have we got a double treat for you today. We have Trez Mala here and his
Trez
daughter,
Mala, yeah.
Trez Mala.
Trez Mala.
Trez Mala. Did I get it right now? Okay,
Yeah, yeah. Sorry.
Trez Mala and his daughter Ella in the car, and we're going to do the interview while they're in the car and the wife is shopping. How cool is this, you guys? It's what I call improv. So I want to welcome you to Comic Spot. Come on in, have a seat. Let me plug something in real fast. One thing goes wrong and then another. That's the kind of day we can have, right, Ella? Right. So
Okay.
I know. Comic Spot was developed for people like Trez Mala, and he's here today to talk about his comedy life and what he's up to. We are here to get into the life of comedy people who are veterans of comedy. They've been doing it and they haven't quit. That makes them a comedy icon in my book. If you can get in this business and not look for the exit sign, you're a veteran, okay? And you don't have to be in the business 40 years to be a veteran. If you stick it out, you're a veteran. Oh my gosh. So today, we're going to get into what made this man go into comedy. How's it been going? What's he up to? Where can you find him on the internet and all of that stuff? But first, I'm going to read Trez Mala. Did I get it right that time?
Yeah, there you go. Yep.
Man, I could butcher a name so easily.
It's
Trez
easy to
Mala
butcher.
is the host of ThinkStopper podcast. We have to find out about ThinkStopper podcast.
Not baby.
And he's performed on the Tinfoil Hat Comedy Tour, which we want to find out about. And it's on Twitter and Instagram. And he's here today live in his car in a parking lot while his wife is shopping for groceries and his daughter is supporting him right next to him. Give it up for Trez Mala. Woo! Hi.
Okay, hold on one second. Give me my
Sure.
my
Hi.
damn car took over.
All right. Jesus. I apologize for
That's
that.
okay.
Yeah.
So
I'm here. Come here.
pronounce your name the correct way. I don't want to keep butchering it if I have.
Oh no,
Trez.
Trez. Yeah, like Pez dispenser. Trez. Pez.
Trez Mala.
Yeah. Yeah. Just
Trez
how it's
Mala.
spelled, the English spelling of three.
Yeah.
But yeah. So yeah, Trez Mala is my name. It's just an abbreviation of people saying Trev. So yeah, just kind of stuck. My friends would tease me with it, and that's
So
how
is
you get
it-
your name.
So it's Trez Mala. Mala?
Yeah.
Which?
Mala.
Mala. Trez Mala. I
Yeah.
got it. Woo! Welcome to Comic Spot. Thanks for taking time out of your busy, I am a husband, I am a father, I'm also a comic life. Thanks for coming.
Oh yeah, no worries. Thanks for having me.
Oh yeah. Talk to me about growing up and finding out that you're funny, Trez.
How I found out I was funny, I just always had friends, just always liked to laugh and had friends tell me I was funny. People tell me, in school and class, I got in trouble a lot in class anyways, from talking. But my teachers would be like, I have to write it down. But he's always making us laugh. So, it's not that bad. But my approach to going up on stage, as far as like how I got started there, I just had people telling me I was funny and that I should try an open mic, and I didn't know how it worked. I just thought you had to, I thought you had to know somebody at first, and then they're like, no, it's comedy. You go to open mics, and when I did, I was just telling, no, babe, I was just telling, you know, like jokes that like inside jokes my friends knew and shit. And I was bombing on stage, but for some reason I just kept going back. And then I started telling jokes. And then I remember one day I was in line at the bank, and I can't remember what happened, but I just like gave out a quick quip, and the whole place like laughed like pretty hard. And I was like, oh, that's what I'm supposed to do, is like make jokes about all the shit that we're all experiencing instead of like trying to tell stories, you know, when no one gives a fuck about you unless you got like the most crazy, insane story ever or some shit. So yeah.
Absolutely.
But that's how it happened, you know.
So how long have you been on stage, Trez?
Stop, baby. I first got on stage when I was 21, but like I'd always participated in some form of like, you know, we did plays and stuff when I was a kid, or like neighborhood productions. I also was my friends were really big into music, so I was in and around a lot of that. So in my you know, I grew up in Long Beach, California, so like you know, music wise everybody was into doing something or DJing or something like that, so I was always around that. But I've never had a fear of talking in front of crowds. You know, a lot of people they're still terrified of it. It doesn't, I don't even, I've never even thought about it as far as being like something scared, other than being a comic and not making people laugh. But
Yeah.
you know, but
So how many years
first time
have you been doing?
yeah, first time I stepped on stage, sorry, was
That's okay.
I was 21. Is right is right when I had I think 20 or 21. I turned 43 in September, but I had a lot of big gaps of inactivity.
Wow. Thank you
I
for
was
serving up jokes.
yeah, no, I bartended for years, and the money shifts were during when shows were, so you know, and I forgot about it a little bit. You know, that living in Las Vegas, it went through some weird times when it came to comedy. You know, still a different place when it comes to comedy.
Yes, it is. It's unique, I'll tell you. Now, I got to go and see you at Chunkless Lounge last Wednesday when you were hosting the show at Jack Slammy's show. You're a fabulous host.
Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, you incorporate everybody into it, and they feel like, you know, you bring the room together, and you're funny and you're good with the introductions. And yeah, it was a nice warm feeling in there. It was great. You were awesome on the stage. You even talked to us old people.
No, you know, that's I'm a host by nature. You know, like when you come to my house, you know, it's your house, get comfortable. You know, I got food, I'll feed you. If I got drinks, I'll pour them. You know, that's how my grandma was, and then that was my grandma on the white side of my family. I never known like the Filipino or the Hispanic side of my family. So, but they're natural hosts too. You know, like my wife's Black and Filipino, and all they do are, you know, cater big parties. Like, if, you know, people come to the house, and, you know, every aspect, every detail's covered, from plates to napkins to ice to, you know, coordinated courses and all that stuff. You know, come on, baby girl, stop. You got to chill out.
So it just runs in your blood, in your family, to be a host. Yeah.
So, you know, if I just have to facilitate a show, I don't have to cook, and I don't got to worry about you know, doing all that stuff. It's a lot of fun for me every time. You know, some people don't like hosting, which is weird to me.
I can tell you like it. You were so natural, and so, you know, like, you make everybody feel at ease. There's some hosts that it's like watching a bad ice skater.
Yeah. No. And, you know, the thing is like some people, it's like weird. They'll like try to muscle in jokes. One thing I try to do is every week I try to I try to write a new joke. I try to have something new to say. Because every time I'd watch hosts, local hosts, or just, you know, show hosts and stuff, hey, no, stop. You need to chill out. Sorry, my daughter, she's just doing anything to get attention right now.
Sure.
But okay, but you need to relax.
We won't be much longer, Ella. I
Oh
promise.
no, and as soon as it sends, she's gonna go back to playing her game. So, you know, she won't even care anymore. But I would watch hosts that, you know, like just beat the local audience, you know, beat them over the head with the same jokes every week. And I was like, well, one, I'll never do that. I can't do that. That's not how I'm built. But I was like, you know, if I wrote a new joke, if I had a new minute every week, you know, a new couple minutes every week of something new, I'm eventually going to build up just a really decent set, and something to really build on and work on. And you know, because a lot of jokes are current and they're not going to work, but then some jokes are evergreen that you're going to be writing within that, you know, and that's the ones that you want to, that's what I'm trying to do. It's just kind of like my way of, I hate to say it, like having an open mic, but it's my way to definitely get a feel for things, you know?
Absolutely. That's the best way to use the hosting position to develop strong material. And you can slip in new stuff, and even if it doesn't go over well and you have to figure out how to rekey it, so what? Not every joke works for every comic.
Stop it. Calm down.
So yeah.
Lordy, jeez. She's over here just like, calm down. Yeah, real quick, I do want to say one thing. Speaking of that, a huge influence on me and how I believe comedy should be done is the gentleman that is directly behind you on the wall, Sinbad.
Really?
I am a huge Sinbad guy.
Isn't he fantastic?
I cannot stress, like, any new up and coming comedian, if and it's just anybody, just to watch him, a true master. And you can, you know, his improvisation is unbelievable. But no, Sinbad is he's unreal. That guy is like
storytelling, joke telling, crowd work, improv, you name it. I mean,
oh yeah, delivery, how to sell it. It's not even selling, but how to express it. You know, I should say that, not sell it, but he really knows how to express himself and get his point across. And yeah, no, I'm a huge Sinbad guy, though. He's him and another guy that how I believe comedy should be is Richard Jenny. I was a huge Richard Jenny guy.
That's a throwback.
Yeah, I was really, really big on him as a kid. He was also kind of like the taboo because I wasn't allowed to be up at night and watching. But then, like, you know, my grandparents actually, they'd be like, "Oh yeah, no, it's okay. Like, this is funny." And but just the way he was on stage, I thought that's how you had to speak, you had to be, you know. But I end up pushing.
Go ahead. You go ahead. What?
Oh, I just end up like pushing the envelope when it comes to you know, a lot of people say I go against the grain or whatever. I'm out for myself. You know, in the sense that like with my material and stuff, people think like my social media is, if I'm driven, it's just to have people like where the whole think stopper thing comes in, just to stop and think. You know, I'm against group think. I'm against mob rule kind of deal. You know, Mark Twain, he had the saying, when you find yourself in the majority, it's time to stop and reflect.
Wow.
That's always kind of been like a built-in mechanism. Hey, calm down back there. That's always been a built-in mechanism for me. And then comedy was for me, I was trying to please a lot of people to try to get booked, it never really worked as far as. And then I started doing my own material, and then people wanted to book me more.
What are
So,
some of the best
yeah.
bookings you've got, Trevor? I mean, Trey.
I
Trez.
would
I'm
yeah,
gonna
no,
screw up your Trez.
it's all right. I'm all of them. I'm all of them. Hey, I've been called Cletus before, so it's all good. But no, I would say for me, I've got to do show in front of like 1,000 people, before down in Laughlin, which is a great show. But I got to do Cobb's with Sam Tripoli, kicking off the
Wow.
tinfoil hat comedy tour with him and Eddie Bravo and Ryan Davis, and we had an amazing time. It was truly and then just doing working shows here and there with people who have run through Las Vegas. I got to do a show with the host for the Unknown Comic.
What?
Yeah, and it was like this crazy, like, out of the blue. He hadn't done a show in like 20 some odd years, so he did like one warm-up show and then did ours this is at Adrenaline here in Las Vegas, and that was one of the greatest lessons of watching somebody just absolutely own the stage, like
Really?
top to bottom. Was the beautiful. It was. I wish we had that show recorded, because that was, he did, after he was done annihilating with all the originals, like all his original act, he topped it off with like another 45 minutes of like all new stuff like no one's ever heard. And yeah, it was that was a blessing. That was like and then also, what's great about Las Vegas is
I give up.
doing hosting the open mics and stuff, and then like having Hannibal Buress pop in a couple times or whatnot. It's just weird stuff like that. I haven't got to do all of what I wanted to do in comedy, so I'm not done yet. And if they're gonna open up again, then I'll be out. I just have a different approach.
You have your own approach to this.
Yeah, I'm not trying to like beat on the doors. I'm trying to be just going by the moment. Life's so quick. Life happens so quick, real quick. This how fast it is. Just the other day, I was out fishing and we were kicking it, and my buddy, when he hooked up a fish, right when he went to line it up, stepping back, he rolled his ankle and broke his leg. Bam.
Oh yeah, Jack.
Yeah. And it's a crazy story. I can't wait to get permission to tell it. Because it was truly, but it was like a horror movie that just happened out of nowhere. A totally beautiful night, and then all of a sudden, it was crazy. And so that's why I really don't like get hung up on comedy and shit how I used to, because fuck, it used to be everything. And then I kind of let a lot of the calm down. Okay, I let a lot of the real stuff in life. It kind of got pushed aside there a little bit.
I get it.
And I had already started winding back before the COVID deal.
Yeah.
Before all this, I had already started scaling back a lot of stuff. Just because, it just wasn't fun. It got to a point where it was more of a fight, trying to get booked, and even just going to mics.
I hate all the competition and the infighting that happens in every city. I just want to go, and if the vibe is right for me, then I'll ask for some stage time. If it's not, or somebody doesn't gel with me, I'm not gonna push my way on a stage. You know, it's got to be the right environment, you know. And I think we should pick and choose and not overwhelm ourselves.
No, you know, that's, you know, exactly it. The thing about Vegas, it's a double-edged sword. It can be, you know, a lot of comics, they're very sincere. They'll point you out, you know, but then at the same time, there's a lot of there's a lot of politics involved. And, you know, you'll get that anywhere, you know. It just depends on what level that you want to participate in, you know.
Exactly.
I myself, I enjoy, go ahead. I enjoy the camaraderie, and I like hanging out, and I like conversation, like when we're able to get out like this and do,
Yes.
you know, do things like this, and we can be, you know, creatively constructive and stuff like that. What's lost is some people's ability just to accept other people, you know.
Totally.
It's
Totally.
yeah, it's truly a you know, a thing. And
Everybody's in
I,
such a hurry to climb a ladder, you know. It's like, okay, but you're missing the whole thing that like we're only on earth once, and you just get one chance to really have quality life. Like I don't want to be that person that's climbing over somebody to get somewhere. You know, it's not going to feel good if you have to climb over people. It's either going to happen to you or it's not. You know, all this pushing
well,
and shoving.
one of the reasons why I agreed to doing this is because one, I could tell that you know, you have a positive vibe about you and stuff, but you have a great energy as well that, you know, has lead me to believe that, you know, the intentions are good. Because I think like what you're saying is we got one take, one go. You know, I carry a lot of baggage, but I try to let a lot of it go as well, you know. And I just got a sense of this would be like the right thing to do. So, you
Thank you
know.
so much. I've
Oh
been
yeah.
through a heck of a lot, and when I was growing up, I wasn't a nice person. I wasn't raised to be nice. I was
Oh
literally
wow.
raised by a Holocaust survivor that taught me to lie, cheat, and steal to survive. And I didn't know for like 18 years that it was the wrong way to live. But you have
Wow.
to do
I
you have
wouldn't even grasp that. I wouldn't even catch that about you.
Yeah. So now I want to be in every moment, and I want to I didn't look myself in the mirror for 18 years. I couldn't.
Wow.
So now I feel good when I go to bed at night. And I want, I want my people who are my followers and friends to get to know people I like, and I want to hear your stories. And que sera, whatever happens, happens. It'll either take off or it won't. But the intention is I want, like comedians are essential, and you do have a voice, and I want your voice heard, and I'm willing to pay. I'll live under a bridge to do this. I
How
would
did
live
you
under a bridge.
how did you get started like in comedy, as far as like, you know, getting the confidence or even support, motivation to be like, you know what, I'm doing it, you know?
Thank you. Well, thanks for asking. I raised a daughter as a single parent, and one day she decided she wasn't going to talk to me anymore. And so I thought, well, I could either kill myself or hang out with people that also want to kill themselves. So I went to comedy.
Yeah.
Now I thought I've always made people laugh. So I called a comedy club and asked them to teach me that day. Or because like if I didn't learn that day, I didn't know if I was going to make it till the next day, literally. And I've been doing comedy ever since. There's a couple times where I got my feelings hurt and stepped aside for a while because I don't play games. But I had to do this so that I'd want to live. This is my lifeline. This is making people laugh. And I've done comedy around the country for veterans, my own show, because I don't like politics. I'm not going to really fit into a big government show of going and making military people laugh. let me do my own show. Here I am. Where do I make people laugh? You know, I've done that around the country. Cause you know,
Nice.
like it used to be just people in nursing homes or veterans or battered women needed to laugh. Now the whole country needs to laugh. I don't need to go look
Oh,
for
geez,
them.
yeah.
So yeah, it's
The
job
laugh and the
security.
enema.
Yeah. So yeah, that's why I did it at age 63, and that was 6 years ago.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Yeah, and I'm having the
Hell
time
yeah.
of my life. I feel like I'm on the best episode of Welcome Back, Cotter, and I'm in it. I'm in the show. Like, where were these people in 1957 when I went to first grade?
Man. Yeah, you know, that's a beautiful thing, though. You know, I'm sad to hear. I'm sad to hear that. You know, that your daughter didn't want to. You know, I don't know what the situation is, but damn, you know, to have that kick things off. But you know, the thing is like that's, you know, where you go, like the choices you make in life, you know, and how it affects you. You know, like I was telling my wife, you know, we're back to Jack, you know, when he broke his leg, you know, we walked a long way. We climbed out of up this cliff and out a long way because we went hiking to go fishing. And he walked back, you know, he machoed it. And you know, I seen less like make a man quit, you know. And sometimes it's shit like that, in a sense, that you know, that keep you from getting started, you know. Like sometimes you know, it depends on where you let something bad take you, you know, or where you keep it. I think it's where you keep it, you know, because you know, I haven't had the best life. I've had a great life, but you know, we all had bad shit happen to us, but I always said, you know, life's like a wheel, and you climb up, and then you hit the top, and then you're gonna start coming back down, and you're gonna deal some bullshit again, and da 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 da. The thing is when the shit happens, when the bullshit happens, you just don't stay. You don't keep the vehicle parked there to where you stay at the bottom. You start working your way back up, and then you try to park up at top. Stay in there, you know. Yeah. You know, that's just kind of how, like, my cheap little analogy on, like, you know, that's how I think. Because I mean, shit, man, as beautiful as this world is, how much bad stuff happens, it's astounding, you know. Like, it's just such a beautiful place to be marred with like evil and hate. It's really crazy to me, you know. And it's something that you just assume we all strive for. Nice things, peace.
I know. I don't understand why we.
Some don't get
this
it.
It's a worldwide pandemic. First of all, can't we just get along? Don't get a lot of chances to straighten things out. Like, you know, just get along with each other.
Yeah.
Do good. Treat people the way you want to be treated, and try to see who you can reach back and help. If you've gotten somewhere, help other people.
Yeah, the thing is we got like there's a big push with fear, you know, and there's a big push to, like, you know, to get people to acquiesce, you know, to certain decisions. And you know, a lot of people don't believe that people actually think stuff like this that's going on is organic, and it's not. There's so many flaws in the science. They keep getting caught, you know, cooking the books and fluffing the numbers and doing all sorts of stuff and censoring people. You know, I think things would be handled a lot different if it was as serious as they're saying, is all, you know.
Telling you.
But you know, my whole issue is people they're not thinking for themselves. You know, everybody's on a reaction mode. Everything's a reaction.
And so willing to judge other people.
Well, yeah, and that's part of the reaction. That's part of the thing. It's because now you want others to be where you are, you know, just like I want people to not be in fear and to, like, you know, look at things critically and stuff. People want to go the other way. So I'm a sense a part of it, you know. I'm just a different part of it.
Yeah.
You know, I like my stuff that I say, you know, makes people angry. You know, I get people telling me I'm stupid and all sorts of stuff and other colorful things, but you know, that is what it is. Like,
Yes.
you know, that's like fear. That's because they want me to be like them. And it really, because they're not looking at it, it's not going to change. It doesn't make anything go away, you
That's
know?
right.
I've never seen a temporary tax get taken back. You know, I've never seen government overreach scale back.
Never.
So why would this be
Well,
any different?
I need to head on out, and you've been such an awesome interview to have. I thank
Oh,
you for
thank you.
opening up your life, taking time away from being a dad and a husband, and thank you for all your input. You're now a graduate of Comic Spot, and so every month
nice.
you can come on for 5 minutes every month and plug whatever you want to plug.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
And I look forward to seeing you Wednesday over Chonkless Lounge at Jack Slammy's show. What's the name of the
Yes.
show?
Comedy Notorious.
Comedy Notorious. Thank
Comedy
you so
Notorious.
much. I
You got it.
appreciate you so much. It's so
Thank you,
fun
Linda.
getting to know you. I couldn't wait.
Right on. I appreciate it greatly.
Thank you, Trez. Bye, Ella. Bye, Ella. See you later.
Bye. Say bye.
Bye, honey.
Okay, there you go.
See you later.
All right. Thanks again.
You betcha.
Bye.
Bye.